That's right, we've got a brand new video, everybody, and today I am going to be ranking Sonic games based on how well they could be turned into plush videos. Let's get into it! I hope this doesn't suck. Yo, what's up, original gangstas? It's the original gangsta. It's currently 9 p.m. and I just remembered that somebody in my chat in my last live stream, specifically Random's Plush Studio, mini shout out, suggested this idea where I rank Sonic games based on how well they could be turned into Sonic plush videos, sort of like how I did Sonic South Island and Sonic Little Planet and stuff like that. And I thought that was kind of brilliant. And I think everyone needs to know my opinion on that. So we're gonna do that right now. Sonic the Hedgehog game tier list. Oh, this is the one. Oh, this is the one. Oh, there are fan games on here. Okay, so I've never done a tier list video, so this should be really funny. So the first thing is Sonic 1. This one is really easy, I think. And there are multiple reasons. Mainly, at this point, there are toys that represent pretty much every character and even every Eggman boss from this game in toy form. So I think, honestly, I think that's a perfect. This is the game that I kind of want to do another adaptation of eventually. Again, I mentioned Sonic South Island. I think South Island is incredibly flawed, but mostly just because there was other things going on in my own original story that kind of got in the way. And yeah, this could be good if I really tried. This could be perfect if I really tried. The 8-bit Sonic one. This one would be a little trickier, so I'm gonna put it in good. And these might change, and I'm just gonna use one 8-bit version. This tier list is a little silly, so yeah. But I will use Mania and Mania Plus. Those will be different entries because they do technically have different things going on in their story. Sonic CD, I think, would be a little more difficult than Sonic 1, but very doable, good. And this is speaking from experience, of course. Sonic 2. This one is also kind of tricky a little bit. I'll put it in perfect for now. I might change my mind. 8-bit Sonic 2. 8-bit Sonic 2 is actually much trickier, but I think it's doable. So I'm gonna say possible, okay? There we go. I'm liking this so far. This is fun. How are we feeling about this? Sonic 3. Sonic 3 is possible. It doesn't have nearly as much toy rep, which I think is the biggest problem. But again, you could do it. If you really want to do it, I think you can. Same goes for Sonic and Knuckles. Sonic 4 Episode 1. With enough strength. I think you could do it if you had enough strength. Okay, Sonic 4 Episode 2 is, I think, more doable because of the Jack-specific Death Egg playset, but only, like, a point. So I still think it's going to be here. There's a lot of things in these games, zones, enemies, bosses, that are completely unrepresented in toy form. You'd have to get into Blender or something to get most of that done. And I think there is a lot more. I think you just have to put a lot more imagination into it, probably, if you made a toy video. So, Sonic Mania. Mania is very much possible, I think. I think you could do it. I think you could do it pretty well. I wanted to do Mania when Mania came out as a plush adaptation, but at the time, I just was not nearly skilled enough to be doing that, so nope. And Mania Plus is the same. I think it's possible. Sonic Superstars. Superstars, I also think, is kind of possible. I think while there is a lot of stuff in here that would probably make it hard to translate into plush video, I think there's plenty of stuff that would make it pretty easy. The biggest obvious glaring issue is there's no Trip plush or any kind of official Trip toy at the moment. I fortunately have a custom that All-Star Plush Studio made. You should go check them out. Yeah. Knuckles Chaotix. Well, no. This is almost impossible because of the lack of classic Chaotix plushies, except for the Sonic the Fighters SBO. But you could obviously make customs or use the modern characters if you want. Who cares? It's your video. It's your adaptation. So I'm going to say with enough strength. There's also no toys of any of the Badniks and no Metal Sonic Kai. As you guys have probably noticed, a huge thing that these are relying on is toy rep, like characters that exist, so you can like do it. Again, customs exist, and maybe if you're feeling crazy, you can do 3D modeling or animating. That's possible. I'm gonna try and from now on be less about that. Sonic the Fighters is like kind of perfect if you have all the characters because there's no story. Sonic R, I think is also good. Actually, it could be, well, no, we're gonna do good. For the same reason, there's not enough toy rep, like I was just saying, about a lot of these other ones. No toy rep for characters like Metal Knuckles, except for the Funko Pop that just came out, which is ugly, and Tails doll has no official merch. But that's not really the thing holding it back. What is making this good or very doable is the fact that it also has no story. And I think like a racing arc or a racing tournament plush video sounds perfect. Also, I love Sonic R. Sonic Spinball. I don't know how you would even translate this into a plush video, but I don't think it's impossible, so it's gonna go in with enough strength. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. I think that's impossible. I don't know. I have no idea. You know, I've thought about all the classic games and how I would make them adaptations. I have no idea how you do Mean Bean Machine. 3D Blast. 3D Blast does have a kind of game story. Takes place on a really unique location with Flicky's Island. There is the problem of toy rep, but I do think it's possible. Sonic Triple Trouble, I think, is also possible. Yeah. Sonic Drift, I think, is also very possible. Drift 2 is very possible also. For this, I don't know. There's not really, I don't really know how to explain these. I just think they could work. Sonic Labyrinth, I don't know who's trying to make a Sonic plush video about Labyrinth, so I'm gonna put that there. Sonic Chaos, I think Sonic Chaos is possible. Sonic Blast, I don't know who's trying to make a Sonic Blast plush video. I think with enough strength, well, I think, I think with enough strength. Tails Adventure, this one also has the problem of no toy rep at all for like any of this stuff. But I think people would like to do it. I think that if there's anyone out there that's thinking about doing it, and if they put their minds to it, it's very possible. Sky Patrol? Tails Sky Patrol. It's not impossible. It's not impossible, with enough strength. Sega Sonic the arcade game. I think this is possible. All right, what's next? Ooh, this is Sega Sonic Cosmo Fighter. I did a video on this, but it's nothing like it. I think it's possible. Sega Sonic Popcorn Shop. I also did a video on this, or a video about this, and I also think it's very possible. Here we have Sonic Waku Waku Patrol Car. Very possible. Yeah, very possible. Tails and the Music Maker. So, usually when games that don't have like any kind of story are here, they have a better chance at being a better plush video. But I don't really know. I don't really know what this would even look like or be. So I'm gonna put it here. It's kind of up to you to decide with that one, I think. Sonic the Hedgehog's Game World, I also think is with enough strength, you totally can. This one, well, actually, I don't think that's fair. I think it's possible. This game is just a mini-game collection for the Sega Pico, and you could kind of do whatever you want with that, I guess. Sonic Schoolhouse, I also did a video on this one. I think it's possible, yeah. Sonic Eraser, that's impossible. Sonic Extreme, the actual game, Sonic Extreme is tricky because that game also never came out, so I'm not putting it on there. Sonic Adventure. Okay, this one's kind of tricky, I think, but it's very possible. Sonic Adventure 2. Also very possible. I think trickier, it's just more complex, but I think it's possible. Sonic Heroes. I think this is more possible than Adventure 2, at least. Maybe even more than Adventure 1. There's a lot of wiggle room, I think, with this game. Okay, Shadow the Hedgehog. I think that this is... I don't know. I think Shadow could be tricky. With the branching pathways and stuff, how the heck are you supposed to make a concise story at all with that? I don't even know. Good luck. We have Sonic 06. I don't know. I don't know about this one. Obviously, there's a lack of toy rep, but I think this story doesn't lend itself nearly as well as, like, obviously the classic games do. So I'm gonna put that there. Sonic and the Secret Rings. I don't even know how you do that. I don't know how you do that, honestly. Sonic Unleashed. Do I think it's more doable than 06? Yes. Black Knight. Not impossible, like Secret Rings. I think this is doable. Sonic Colors. Sonic Colors is very possible. Now, DS is a different game, so I'm gonna put it on here. Less doable. It's less doable. But there is the added benefit. Colors DS has more characters in it. And, there you go. Wonderful. Sonic Generations is very possible. Actually, this one might be good. I think you could make a good. All right, next up, we have Sonic Lost World. So, funny enough, GE is making Zom and Master Zik plushies. They've been announced, which really means that they're probably going to do all of the Deadly Six. So this video is far more possible than it was before. Even considering that we still don't really have, up until recently, have had the Zeddy as plushies, I think this is doable, maybe, possible. I think so. Nah, I think I gotta put it there. I gotta be fair. I think it's gotta go there. All right, Sonic Forces. Would this make for a good plush video? Maybe, actually, honestly, maybe. Forces has a story that I wish I liked more, but this isn't a critique of the game. This is if it would make for a good plush video. And honestly, I think it would. Okay, next up is Sonic Frontiers. These are out of order, but whatever. Frontiers is possible. Yeah, that's it. Alright, now we're getting into the weird stuff. Dream Team. Is Dream Team possible? Yes. Alright, next up is Sonic Pocket Adventure. I'm putting this on here. It is a separate game. It has its own thing going on. Say what you want. I don't care. It's my list. And it's very possible. Yeah. Sonic Advance. Sonic Advance is difficult in the fact that it has less toy rep than a lot of these. And I still think you could do it, though. Alright, Sonic Advance 2 is far less doable to me than this one, so I'm going to put it here. Sonic Advance 3, I think, is easier, would be easier to do than Advance 2 as a plush video. Boom. Alright, we're going to put Shadow Generations in here before I forget, and I don't think this is... Maybe it's because it's too new that I am saying this, but I don't know if it would... I don't know if you'd be able to do it, honestly, really. Maybe it's an impossible, actually. I don't know. I don't know if this would be doable or entertaining. So I think I'll put it there for now. It might go into impossible. Okay, Sonic Rush. Sonic Rush is definitely doable. Okay, yeah. Rush Adventure, on the other hand, is less doable. So with enough strength, you could do it. Sonic Rivals. Very possible. Yeah. And the same goes for Rivals 2, so we'll put it there. Okay, Sonic Runners. Is Runners doable? Yes. Sonic and All-Stars. This is just going to be all the kart racer sumo digital games with enough strength. Same for the Mario and Sonic Olympic series. We're just going to use this one to represent all of them, and doable. All right, now we have Sonic Riders. Riders could make for a fun video. I just don't know how doable it is, to be honest. You might be wondering at this point, Nolan, you keep saying that these might not be super doable. How do you know? And it's because as I'm doing this, I'm thinking about how painful it would be for me to make these. And maybe that isn't the best way to judge this. just maybe. I don't know. Free Riders and Zero Gravity, this is where I probably need to add another tier. I'm gonna add another tier. And this one is gonna be called, This one's gonna be called, I don't know, because I don't know. I have never played Zero Gravity or Free Riders. I know they have stories, but I don't know enough about them. So that is a problem. Sonic Chronicles, I don't know. Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, I think is very possible, very doable. Sonic Shuffle, with enough strength. With enough strength, you could do this. Sonic Battle. Battle is pretty possible. Sonic Pinball Party does have a story, and I've played a bit of it, but I don't remember how any of it goes. And I think it's kind of in the same boat as Spinball there. Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, I don't know, I've never played it. Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal, I don't know, I've never played it. Sonic Boom Fire and Ice, I don't know, I've never played it. Okay, Sonic Speed Simulator, I think Sonic Speed Simulator is impossible, don't even try. Should I do Sonic Dash? Dash? Is it? Yeah, I guess. Yes, I guess that's more possible, sure. Guess the same could be said for Sonic Jump as well. Yeah, you could totally do that. Why would you want to do that? I don't know. Trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, who could forget Sega Superstars Tennis? This is pretty much impossible because I don't have tennis racket. All right, there it is. There's the tier list. Thanks for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, click the like button and share it with a friend who really wants to know my thoughts on this. I think that's a good idea. This was a long recording. I am not excited to edit this. That'll be $30. Peace out. Oh, also, don't feel discouraged by this tier list at all. This is not meant to say, you can't do this, you shouldn't do this. I actually think doing adaptations is fun, and more people should do it. So, you know, maybe you should try it. If you're really feeling ballsy, maybe you should finally adapt Sonic Dash. People have been waiting a long time. Anyway, that'll be $30. Peace out, everybody.